So Smoke Trail is ready to be released. Wow. Starting this video off while fumbling my words. That's great. Roll that little wink. There it is. Yeah, there's a wink for you. Welcome back. Hope you're having a great day. We get plus 26% film attendance during the first week of release of Smoke Trail because we did get this this task here for the factory. So that's why we got such a huge amount of showings in the first week for Smoke Trail as well. We're going to start with writing a really good script here for a war movie. And it's an A. I'm so happy that that's an A. Yeah, there we go. So this is our 60% detective, 40% drama. All the elements that work really well together. Everything just fell into place for this movie really well. And, you know, maybe it wins some awards. I don't know. You know, it didn't get 5 stars on any of these guys, but it's an 8.8 and 9.0. I got to hope that my competition doesn't come swinging with 9.0s, 9s and 10s. If I take a look at this, I do want to see if there's any way I can see which movies. So like these guys here have a 9.3. Kino Mark A, that's Supreme. Morning Dawn's not that big, but I was hoping for like a breakdown of all of the movies they've released. And then also I want to see how they're all rated, right? So if I scroll back in time, probably Gernstein and Evergreen is what I care most about here. So like we have, there's an 8.0, 8.5, 9.9, A plus with Billy Nash. So that one from Jersey might be a problem in our awards, in the award shows. We got Barbed Wire that's scheduled for later. We don't exactly know what that's going to be. Doesn't say. Nope. Doesn't say until it's released, I guess. And then Supreme had this one, which could beat my film, right? It's a 9.0 on the artistic score. And then 9.3 and 7 So I really got to get to having more elements if I want to win these awards. It's just the way it is. You have to sweep it all in the same year. That's quite hard to do when your competitors are able to have 9s and 10s before you can. I mean, I suppose it's not before I can. If I had just focused entirely on the number of elements and not researched anything else, then yeah, I could have them by now, right? I would definitely have them by now. All right, so we get a big bonus here, 38% if we use Harry Larson in a 50% detective movie. Or we can get Roger Fox to direct a drama with a spirited young lady protagonist. And that's much harder to do. But if we're going to be rewriting our scripts custom for these jobs anyway, then I think that's probably okay. So we have a 90% influence buff here and 110,000 on the money. So let me see really quick if we have anything that goes along with a 50% detective movie or a 60% drama with a spirited young lady. That's the difference here. If we don't have it, I'm not like married to the idea. I can just let it expire. It's fine, right? We can write it, of course, but it's just not here now. And I really don't think I need to. I think I'm better off just setting up for just making sure everything is established and free and clear for the war movies coming up. Like, don't use more elements than I need to. Make sure everything is as fresh as possible for war movies in the future is what I'm thinking. So for that, in that sense, there's going to be a lot of stuff I think we skipped today. I'm not sure about the pacing and how things have worked for you on video. Down Harbor's looking pretty good. This is a script we will write later, or we will make later. We will make that war movie stuff later. But yeah, I'm thinking about like how we proceed from here as far as videos go. Maybe it's just me, but you know, we're almost 48 videos in now, 47, whatever episode this is, 46. I think we're far enough in now to where things are, they're kind of the same. I'm not sure how to say it. Everything's kind of the same, right? It's the same video every time. It's different films, but it's the same experience every time. And, you know, that's the way the game is. It kind of stretches out a little bit there. And it doesn't have to be that way. It's because I'm making so many movies, right? So one of the reasons of maybe toning down how many movies I'm making is just to progress the clock faster, because you have a lot of stuff like this that can happen. But the same thing is like, you guys really aren't personally invested, I guess. I don't think you're really invested in all the movies that we're making. You know, like you're not looking at it going, oh man, that movie, like that specific one was very memorable. They're all just titles and numbers, you know? So I feel like I can skip more. And so I'm going to try that with this video. We're going to skip a little bit more than we were before, just to kind of progress you and move you along. And at the end of this video, we will be at the Pollux of 1941 to see if we win anything. But then we're, you know, still progressing another year before the war starts. So if I proceed with the same pace that I have been all this time, is kind of where I'm going with this. If I keep proceeding with the same pace that I have all this time so far, we got like 4 more episodes maybe before the war starts, and then like there's like another 9 years in the game after that. It's a lot, right? It's a lot. And I don't know if, I think viewership attrition is going to start setting in pretty quick. It already has, right? So I want to move you guys along further. I have to do it all still, yes, but I want to move you guys along further. And so that's where I'm going to be. I'm going to be kind of editing a little bit more here to try to move you along. See, like stuff like this happens, right? Where we're established, Carl Hudson gets himself established in action movies. Okay, like that's something I can show you, but I guess from a viewer's perspective, I'm interested in your feedback, right? This is why we're kind of monologuing here. From a viewer's perspective, do you care that Carl Hudson is now established in action movies, right? Like that doesn't, I don't think that really matters to the majority of people who would watch the series. Like you're probably listening going, yeah, I don't even know who Carl Hudson really is, so it's fine, you know? Like unless it's Wendy, we all know Wendy. We want Wendy to be successful, right? That's where it really is. So if something happens with Wendy, you want to know. But something happens with Carl Hudson, you know, that's what I'm thinking of here. So yeah, we could probably end distribution on this one too. Yeah, oh, Paul Tanner's good for action too, by the way. Okay, so we're refreshing Homer's contract, cinematographer. He's quite expensive. What I'm going to do is this. I'm going to go for 5 years with him. And then it's a little bit of a gamble, but whatever. It's worth it. We're going to go 50 payout on this. And, you know, so if he, it's 1.09 million. If he doesn't live for 5 more years, then I think I don't have to pay him the other half. I think that's how that goes. It's a gamble. So we're going to go ahead and do this. It's going to take about 500,000 or so off of this. And, you know, maybe I won't have to pay him the rest of it later. I don't know. Tom Norris is also very good as an actor. He's also very expensive as an actor as well. So that's something to keep in mind here. But I think I will use him in more than 2 movies a year. So $2 million. Jesus. He is the highest paid actor. But we're going into war movies here, and I need my 8.0, 9.0 people. So we're going to do this. I wish I could lift their limits. It's just this boutique thing it's very hard to sweep the Pollux now. So we have to get the elements to do it, I think. And Gerald was beaten up by Evergreen. You know what? It's fine. Gerald, just have a nice vacation, buddy. 86 days out. You're good. Oh, he was shooting in Wendy, though. Oh. Find a replacement and reshoot. Filming will commence at 45%. Okay. Okay. We're going to replace Gerald with somebody else. 45% is where it comes in. And you know what? We could place somebody better than Gerald in this. You know, we could put like Bill Horton in there. He could do it. The thing is, I already paid. Oh, here. Oh, we can outsource, right? I already paid Gerald to work with Wendy, right? All of those guys received money to work with Wendy. So if I pick one of these guys, I probably have to pay them too. Bill. Apparently, I don't have to pay Bill. Okay, Bill Horton is going to work on Wendy's movie then, but that's wild. Okay, fine. Wendy starts here then. We have second unit on the scene. And I don't know if it changes the rating. It changes the rating big time. This can't be. It was so much higher before. I mean, I get it. Wendy's probably taking down the film, but the numbers on that film were much higher before. So we'll just have to see what happens with it. Maybe that's showing me an update on its quality already. It's possible that that's what's happening. We'll get Glenn in there. Second team is on it too. And I'm also kind of thinking about maybe just, I don't want to say not making any movies, but not making any movies that include elements that I might use for wartime is kind of where I'm at here. We'll say we go lower here. We could say like 2,600, and then we bring it down to like 2,300, and then we can bring it down to like 1,500 from there. Right. And then we keep that going with advertising into Cake Eater's territory there, into his timeline. War criminal, a soldier or military leader who violates the laws of war. Yes. Keep repeating. Keep giving me elements for war. That's what I want. Jose Martinez. My God, this agent training thing is so annoying. The 50% thing, it takes 120 days. It's 50% and you pay all of this. It's just, it's not worth it. I know. I'm going to complain. I'm going to whine. All right. Because I can't find Bone Grinder. I'm whining. Let me whine. Okay. This is the internet. Where else am I supposed to whine? A new story element, a brother in arms. Man, they're all just hitting on point for what we need, aren't we? A companion who fights shoulder to shoulder with the main character. Oh man, now that is better for sidekick. Like, that's a better sidekick, at least for the theme that we're going to be going for here, right? So, okay, cool. Yeah, we're not going to be able to take down the creator of the Bone Grinder. It's just, we don't have the people for it, so that was just never going to happen. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And then right alongside that is brothers in arms, warriors who fight side by side. So now I can use brother in arms, and then I can use... Oh, wait, hang on. Brothers in arms is a protagonist. So this gives us the ability to have up to 5 protagonists. Talk about stacking your award show, huh? We win best. Who doesn't win best actor with 5 of you? Wait, who wins the award then? Do we get to have all 5 of you accept the award? We got to try that one out. Let's go ahead and repeat that. Yeah, that's nice. So good, I mean, that's great. We're getting elements that we can use for war movies. Absolutely. It's just giving them to me. It's great. Felix, I'd like to write a script with you with all these new things that we have. Same thing with you, Keith. I think we're going to write some scripts with you too. Let's go to the scripts area here. Let's see about ideas. Yeah, science fiction. Nah, we're not promising ideas for a romance movie right now. Okay. So, story workshop then. So, I'm thinking we already wrote The Breach, but that's not the same thing. So this one's going to be, I mean, we could do Band of Brothers. I know it's kind of on the nose there as far as what I'm copying, but yeah, we could. And it's an action comedy, sure. And we could do about like this. That's still a pretty good mix there. We go with World War II Europe in this case. And then I think we take our new brothers in arms protagonists. Wow. I'm going to make a very expensive movie with 5 protagonists. The antagonist for this is going to be a war criminal. We're going really on the nose here. Brother in arms. We have 6 brothers in arms. That's that works. With a mysterious guy, that's a little overdone at this point. Can't really use that yet. First victim, no. War criminal. We could put a sidekick in here too. Man, we're just making this a very expensive movie. I think we got enough characters. We could go to themes now. City siege? Sure. Big battle scene? Yeah, we gotta be careful on that one though, but yeah. Final showdown? Sure. What else could we do here? A long journey could make some sense for this, but I don't know if it's great. Rescue mission. Maybe it's to rescue our brother in arms. 5 go off to rescue the one. Yeah, it could be a rescue mission. And then on the end, in the end, we rescue the hostage. We can have one more theme, man. We're just gonna... I think that's too many. I think it's too many themes, guys. We should maybe get something else in here. Villain's right-hand man. Sure. It's one of those things that can't go stale. So yeah, let's do that. This is wild. That is 7 characters. 8. That is 8 actors in this. That's what I'm talking about. Plus the hundreds of extras. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You got this, Felix? You got this, right? Your action movie focused. Yeah, 124 days. I think you got this, buddy. That's gonna be big. Escape from Springfield. Yeah, 15% of. I mean, I can let it go a little longer, but it's really not that big of a deal. 400 on the first week here. Ace Combat. The roar of engines, aerobatic feats, and the blaze of machine guns in the air. Yes. Well done, Cornelius. Yeah, find me some more. Also wanted to show you guys this thing. This is interesting. So on my ideas panel, I've got science fiction right here, World War II Europe, and it says promising. So I went to write this. The only writer I have available hates science fiction. So I decided to go to the freelancers. And I think there's like a bit of a Stack Overflow or something going on here with 4-time award winner Joe Hughes, because he now wants $46 every 30 days compared to these guys. So I think there's something going on with him, but if you think I'm not taking advantage of that, you are wrong. Yeah, something is really busted with Joe. So in the people under control that I have Joe Hughes right here, and I have him as, you know, I have a secret on him. The thing is, if I try to use this, it asks me if I want to hire him as a screenwriter for $10 a month. Like, that is insane. $10. So I think there's definitely something going on with Joe Hughes from winning all those awards. Fernando Ortiz is the services department. We want to speed him up. Go. There we go. And then death delivery service is done now. It's going to be just, yeah, rather ordinary movie. Oh, Billy Patterson died. His life's script still had plenty of unfilmed scenes, but a sudden illness rewrote the ending. Billy Patterson is dead now. I thought there was another person on Wendy's movie, and I was like, man, Wendy is such a bad actress. She's literally killing off my talent. Her performance is really killer. Oh, yeah, Roger Fox. So, like, you're with me for life, bro. Like, I will renew your contract every single year forever. Getting a lot of movies ending their time in our theaters. Up to 183,000 now. Jane Fisher once again fails that 50%. At this point, I almost want to just let it be 100%. I mean, her contract with me is going to expire before this happens. I'm going to have to renew her contract too, just to have this 50% fail again. That's crazy. Well, at least Walter Carroll was successful, so he's back up. He's up to a 7.9 now. Okay, good. At least we got something out of that. And now the Wendy movie. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Let's go. Wendy Carpenter protagonist. The 2.0 actress. Let's go. 9.0. So good. Yes, Bill Horton replaced Gerald Page and made it so much better. Oh, yes, definitely. And now, Annie, you're going to team up with Keith. Oh. All of my edit... except Fred. I could wait for Edgar to be done. I'm going to wait for Edgar to be done. I don't want my composer working with a woman. My big composer working with a woman. Because he's a misogynist, and he's just not going to work well with her. So I'm gonna wait on Wendy, and that's gonna be fine. Head of security wants to, yeah, $400 a month. Sure. So as far as that writer goes, I think I'll replace Herbert. So Herbert's an 8.0, just like Clyde. Actually, you know what? Clyde has these least favorite genres that kind of limit me, doesn't he? The thing is, he's only charging me $2,500 a month right now, and Herbert's charging me almost $20,000. Like Herbert's my most expensive writer at the moment, I think. Yeah. The other thing I could do is maybe get rid of Eric, because Eric's the same limitation. He's just not there yet. So I could get rid of Eric instead. But the thing is, like, Clyde is a little bit more limiting. We have a lot of different genres, though. I don't think it's that big of a deal to keep Clyde in here. So if you're going to get rid of an 8.0 writer, you know, you might as well get rid of the one that's charging you more, is my opinion on it. And then I already had... Oh, no, I don't. I no longer do. That's right. I fired Bernard. So I no longer have someone who's focused on romance. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to say I don't care about the extra 10,000 a month, given my budget. I think that's pretty fair. Keith, I think I want you to write a movie, though. I need to get you writing. You don't like the science fiction stuff, though. And I really don't want to make a romance movie about a knight in a fantasy kingdom right now. I feel like I've done enough of that. So why don't we get Keith Brock on another war movie? Yeah. And you know what? It'll be a parody, not another war movie. There you go. It's going to be a comedy, action. That's fine. An action comedy. And we'll have it be... It probably should have a little bit of other things in there too, though, right? I guess maybe it could have some historical stuff in there. And we could say... Yeah, it's kind of like this. Sure. And you know what? We can make this be a Great War movie. Like American Civil... We could make this be an American Civil War movie. That works with historical. Yeah, a funny movie about the American Civil War. Great. That's great. Okay, so I've got this really strange movie with elements that don't really go together very well. I might change the happily ever after thing, but we basically have an accidental hero. It's kind of caught up in the American Civil War. I've decided not to go with any antagonist at all. It's just sort of a guy that's sort of caught up in this mess. But there's a damsel in distress. That's where the hero comes in. So that damsel in distress, you got the really nice, attractive looking female, and, he's going to try to rescue and, prison break kind of thing, right? We'll incorporate shootouts because there's a war going on and, the hypocrisy of American life. She's also not going to be interested in him, unrequited love. And then there's a mentor involved in here. And then there's like a happily ever after, which I don't really know if that works with this. So I'm going to change this to Boy Becomes a Man. The idea was to have like a cool story that could kind of coherently go together, but have every single element be very, very fresh. I don't want to push anything into the red or into the yellow before the war happens. And if we're making a war movie that's not that great, like a comedy, then we kind of don't want to overuse elements. So we're going to kind of go like that. Yeah. Okay. So for this, we're going to have Keith Brock do it because doesn't he look like a funny guy? He looks like a guy that knows funny. I think he looks like a guy that could do funny. All right. We now have technology invention available to us. We can invent our own film technologies. That's pretty sweet. So now we can increase the speed of our invention, or we can add additional research groups you can now add new research groups even as you're inventing and developing technology. So this will let us add new research groups in the middle of the invention process. The thing is, I already have this, and this is going to be 3,000. So I think I'd rather speed up the invention itself. And so we're going to push an extra 200 in this, and I think I'd rather speed that up because I already have 3 teams. So let's do that. Okay, Ben Graves, head of engineering, says, now we can invent our own technologies. True, at first glance, it may seem too complicated and expensive, but if you think about it a little, the advantages become obvious. First, we can create technology that's ahead of everything else currently on the market. Second, we won't be depending on anyone else. We can support and service our own inventions for as long as we want. And finally, our technology can always be sold to competitors to earn a little extra money. That part I didn't know. So I'm really happy about that part. I didn't know that was going to be a thing. 6 days from now, film sound will be maxed out, and then we can start that team on the process of making our own film equipment, making our own video equipment. Okay, Wendy, are we good here? Do I have... the editor is on Kapoor, right? Yeah. I'm waiting for Edgar Schultz to be done with this one so I can put him on the Wendy film. And look, training failed again. Isn't it great? We just can't seem to get the 50% to ever trigger. I got XCOM odds flowing through my veins. Okay, so film sound's basically done. I'm not going to bother with the practicality for it, but now we can invent our own technologies, right? So we can develop image technology, so this one's done. We're going to be using film sound, and you can see, it's much more expensive than that one. But so for the image, let's take a look. Do we want to do the image? I think we want to do image. So we're currently working with color, and we definitely want to be working with color as well. I'm going to go to 35. I'm not really sure on a name for this technology. This one is going to be called the Pryor. I don't know. Let's just call it the A1 for now. This is our A1. I'm selecting color, and it's still highlighting black and white, which is interesting. There it goes. So the parameters, we want this to be really high quality, right? But if we do that, it's a long time. But we want this to be really high quality. This is the average level right now. So if we make this slightly above average, it'd be better. But I'm going to really make this super practical. And 3,000 days seems like a long time. But if we go with 3 research groups, everything gets way better. Yes, it does. So let's make something that's like actually really cheap to use too. Save us money over time. So it's really great to use. It's got a little bit higher practicality advantage, but a major quality advantage. The Pryor A1. I like it. Let's invent that. 1,500 days. And we'll have our A1 camera. Yeah. That's what I'm going to call it now. It's an easy naming scheme, right? Because we can just raise the letter to the A2, or we can do a different model later. That's the B1 or something. It's very uninventive. Oh, look, another 50-50 failure. Isn't it great? Yeah. Yeah. So good. My gosh. I had 5 50-50s, only one of them hit. It's just super bad odds. It's just the way it goes. So these icons are going to be busy down here for another 1,500 days. And we'll have that. Protection from police raids is expired. Oh, boy. I had my cinema raids active, too, so that's fine. Let's go in, and before I forget, we're going to hit this again. I'm protected from police raids. And I'm going to stay protected from police raids. I'm touting the mayor's achievements for another 15 days. That'll give me more GP just in case I get sued for anything. And then I feel like I want to go ahead and have a beatdown on somebody. I think I'm going to send these guys off to beat down one of my, like, Gernstein's editor or something. All right, that other movie is done now, so I can put Edgar Schultz on the Wendy film in my attempt to keep it a 9.0. Gotta do it for Wendy, okay? An 8.8 editor and a 9.0 composer are being put on that project. And then we've got just writing, and that's it. There's nothing else in production currently as we move into 1941, and Jane Rodriguez is being attacked because she's not being protected, but it's just what it is. Gernstein's doing Gernstein things. All right, Death Delivery Service arrives on Christmas Day, and it's a story about a cowboy that kills the antagonist in the end. Yeah, there you go. He ends up killing the square enforcer, I guess. Not entirely sure how that movie went, but it's a great Christmas movie, I guess. There it is. And it's being out, and this one can go ahead and be ended as well, as Harley Osborn gets himself known to be in adventure movies. All right, there we go. So we're set up and ready to go for the end of the year. And we have tank combat. Nice. The clang of tanks, the roar of a cannon fire, the burning piles of metal. Absolutely, Joe. Go ahead and get me that. That's great. Wow. We made $93 million last year. We got $10 million in taxes due. That's pretty crazy. I like that, though. So how do we compare with the other? Yeah, we compare with other studios. That's right. Suck it, Gernstein. We're back on top. Number 1. Marganese is losing money. I want to be able to acquire the other studios. Hello! I almost swept the top 10 in the box office. Like, can we just take a second and just look at how glorious that is? Oh, yeah, baby. Now, we did this without 9s and 10s. I can't make 9s and 10s. I can get 9s, but, like, it's very hard. The Wendy movie might be a 9, though. The Wendy movie's not coming out until this year, so if she's going to win an award, it's going to be the 1942 Pollux. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. Escape from Springfield, I guess. Yeah, critical acclaim. Gernstein has a lot of those, but yeah, it's still supreme doing this, man. The 9s and 10s. It's a B Kino Mark too. Crazy. And then yeah, fan favorites. We got on the list, you know, a couple of times there. We got some A's, A+. Look, I can't wait to be yours as an A+. That's great. Hopefully that one wins some movies. Win some awards. Alice Phillips, now known as an ambitious woman, in addition to being a farm girl. That's nice. Mike Martin for Social Rejection. And Mob War. That's an interesting combo. And Final Showdown. Okay, that's not bad, actually. I'm seeing the... Yeah, Mob War, Final Showdown, Social Rejection. I'm thinking like we get you in like a revenge movie, right? Where you get back at people who wronged you before, and you build up an arsenal, you build up a gang, if you will, and a criminal empire, and you Final Showdown with your old bully in school or something. No action movie though for you. You got all those really nice traits, but nothing for action movies there. Catchy one-liners. Nice. The characters exchange short and memorable phrases. The depth of dialogue and the persuasiveness of the characters inevitably suffers, but the average viewer won't be bored. There you go. I like it. Now I was going to fire somebody, wasn't I? It was going to be Herbert, and I just... well, okay. Clyde is the one that's going then. Sorry, Clyde. I know you're cheap, but it's the least favorite genres thing. It's kind of in my way, so I gotta get that out of the way, and allow myself to be able to make things that you don't necessarily like. So Clyde, we're gonna finish that task with you. Yeah, comedy adventure movies. I think we go ahead and get rid of Clyde, and if we get rid of Clyde, then we can hire Joe because he's just so damn cheap. And also that pulls this guy away from Gernstein because he's currently writing for Gernstein. So I'll show you screenwriters. These are my employees. Yeah. Let's go back over here. There we go. Screenwriters, and we go to Gernstein. So that's where Joe Hughes is. He's writing for them. We got to get rid of him. We got to get rid of that. So I'm going to hire that for $10 a month. Yeah. Oh, now he immediately wants me to pay him more. Obviously. Seems like it's time to increase my salary. Don't you think? No. That's not bad. There's a bit of a time that's going to go by before he changes his mind. But yeah, do you think it's time to change your salary? You're working for free, buddy. All right, death delivery service. I think I'm just going to renew its distribution about like this. And we'll take the advertising into where Kapoor is. That's fine. Okay, we now have Wendy. Let's see how it happened. How did it work? Okay, we have a 9.0. Whew. A 9.0 movie with Wendy as the protagonist. That is very good. Honestly, an 8.7 on the artistic is great too. We might even, might even win some awards with that. Who knows? We get best film with Wendy as the lead actress. That'd be awesome. Let's go ahead and go 6, and we're looking for, I don't know, this many. Doesn't really matter. I don't think we're going to be able to, well, I mean, we might be able to promote this even more. I wonder if they advertise. I kind of want to try something here. I don't know why, but like this is the last movie we're releasing, right? We don't have anything after this. So let's bring it up to like 30,000, like really just bring it up there. And I want to see whether or not like really aggressive, super expensive advertising makes an enormous difference. And this is the perfect movie to test that on because everyone is moderately enjoying it. I know he's going to warn me not to do this, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to spend almost $1 million advertising this in every single way just to see what happens here. And you know what? If we can get a dirty trick out of it, that'd be even cooler. Donald will do it. I think he's the only one in this list that will. I don't think anyone else will, just by looking at their names. Wendy doesn't do it. So, yeah. Okay. So, I mean, this is I doubt we're going to get 30,000 views. We're not going to get a whole lot of percentage. I just want to see what happens when you push the whole advertising at it. And that's what we're going to throw at it. Okay. Let's get a banquet. We're going to go with like a luxurious banquet here. And we're ready. Let's go. Pollux 1941. So, for best film, I think we've got a few options. Smoke Trail was pretty good with Harry Larson. Smoke Trail did great, A+, or A. We also had an A+ in there, if I remember correctly. That was the Can't Wait to Be Yours, I believe, was an A+. Yes. So we had great Kino Mark targeting on that. And this is pretty good, too. Technically, Wendy's movie is better. if you really be literal about it on these numbers, Wendy's movie is better than this. But we're going to push this. And then I think probably Escape from Springfield is the last one. Yeah, that's the only one that makes sense here. This is also with Harry Larson. We have 5-star ratings here. I don't know why the 5 stars, only the first 4 are lit up. That's kind of weird. This one makes more sense. I'm not sure why these are so bright. But we've got that. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we'll see what our nominees for everything else is too. So best cinematography, we're looking at Homer. Still trying to get Homer an award. So we'll put Smoke Trail in there. And then Can't Wait to Be Yours probably should go in there too. And this one is Ralph Taylor as a 10. Yeah, probably. Ralph Taylor is going to be, we probably should push him. We want to push our influence into, I don't know if it's better to use the additional promotion on the one that you think can win, or if it's better to push additional promotion on the other ones that you think won't be nominated without it. Because there's limited nomination slots, right? So like if this is going to be nominated anyway, but I don't think this one can be, by promoting this one, I might replace another movie in the, and maybe it'll be able to capture the slots. I don't know if that's better or not. I think for now, I'm going to push whatever movie I think is more likely to win or is more likely, just to try to, confirm it. Because I think at the end of the day in this game, it's really just, there's a little bit of RNG in it, of course, but I think it's mostly, where did that, oh, right. Can't Wait to Be Yours is a female. That's right. That's right. It's here. Yeah, Can't Wait to Be Yours is Alice. Been trying to get Alice an award, and that's what this one was. So we're definitely putting that one there. And then the other ones for Best Actress kind of don't matter because they're not going to get nominated anyway, but here we go. I mean, we could put them in there, but it's going to be this one I'm promoting. But for Best Actor, though, I guess we use Verlioka, The Forest Giant. So this is Tommy Franklin at 8.0. It's not too bad. Did an A-. It's not a great film here, but might as well put it in the list. So that's for Best Actor, and I think we pushed Smoke Trail here. 8.4. Harry Larson. Alan Calhoun died in the middle of shooting this. So this is posthumous for him, but it doesn't matter because Harry Larson's the one that's up for the award. I think I'm going to push here. So for Best Director, yeah, Smoke Trail. So we're looking at which directors here. I don't think Roger Fox is going to be nominated this year. Hubert O'Brien is a 7. Okay. Escape from Springfield. This one is with Paul Tanner, 7.8. Okay, and then I think it's going to be this one, right? It's gonna be Can't Wait to Be Yours again. Probably. Yeah. Makes the most sense to me anyway. And then this one is Herman. Oh yeah, Herman. All right, let's promote that one. And for screenplay, yeah, best screenplay. So Smoke Trail is pretty good. Pretty much any film that can be over an 8 should be in this list because it's about the screenplay. It's not so much about. Wow, where is it? Oh, right there. Yeah. I don't know if it's so much about how it all went together and filming it, but the screenplay is pretty solid. And again, I don't know why it's. I mean, it's cool that it glows on 5, but it should be glowing all of these stars on 5. This is still pretty good, though, so we should do this one. I just don't know which one to push. Which one do I, for best screenplay? Which one do we really promote? This one was written by Clyde Harrison, who's a pretty good writer. Can't Wait to Be Yours is a Bernard product. Yep. And Escape from Springfield was written by the 4-time award-winning Joe Hughes. So, I mean, we probably should just say he's going to win a 5th time. I'm going to promote Smoke Trail. Let's see how that goes. So that is the nominations. Or those are the nominations for me so far today. And I think for best cinematography, we probably push... Yeah, Ralph. We'll push Ralph's. And for best film, we'll push this too. I mean, it's the best film I got. And that actually locks all my promotion's sake. So I'm spending 3,000 influence here. And I thought about not spending influence at all for this Pollux Awards because like we're up against some pretty good ones, right? I mean, we swept. I mean, it was almost all 10 on the box office, but critical acclaim, fan favorites, etc. We didn't get top seeds on those, and we have some strict competition there. So it's one of those things where, again, I think I really need to get that extra set of elements. I need to be able to get a 10 in order to win these things. But the way I see it is, I'm just not going to forgive myself if I end up losing the one category I didn't promote. Then it's just going to be like, wow, you suck. This amount of influence per thing is basically one banquet. So as long as I can do... There we go. Fragmented narrative. Love it. One of my favorite things are when people shoot movies in a fragmented format like that. The beginning, middle, and end are intertwined in a sophisticated tangle. Its non-linear structure sharpens conflict and gives the film additional depth, but the average viewer may be confused or bored. I love fragmented narratives. Huge fan of them. All right. Now, let me see how I want to play this. So I have my banquets, right? I'm doing this, and I can get 500 influence for that. And so with 500 influence coming in from that, it offsets one nomination. So 6 banquets a year give me enough influence to push Pollux at least a little bit in my direction. How do we get an A Kino mark and then 1 star, 1 star, 1 star? Holy crap. Are you for real? How do you get an A Kino mark and the only one that has any stars at all is the Bone Grinder? Yeah, the homosexual themes. I mean, yeah, I guess, but come on now. It's just, it's crazy. An A. Okay. An A Kino mark with 1 stars across the board. Aside from Bone Grinder. That's wild. Okay. So yeah, we'll have some stale elements. I'm trying not to allow elements to go stale. It's the big thing. We now have a wardrobe. And we can start buying those things. I think I'm probably not going to go down here anymore. I've got the ones that I think I need. If we see an actor that has a tendency for something, maybe we'll look at exploring it. But I'd rather invest my time into things I can give everyone. And I was looking at this earlier. Penthouse is, like a luxury apartment kind of thing. Takes 1,000 days. And then we have a 2-story country mansion with 2 swimming pools. Because why not, right? And a gym, a tennis court, and a guest house. And that's the same amount of time to research. I'm sure the villa is more expensive, but I'm also sure it's more effective. Well, I don't know why I'm sure of that. I guess I just read the description and I assume it's more effective, but we're going to push to get the villa. Let's see how that goes for me. All right. Pollux 1941. Let's take a look. So we got 2 nominations for Best Film. We're up against a film called From Jersey by Gernstein Brothers. This is a 9.9 and an 8.5. Okay. So technically, on the artistic side of things, we're ahead of it with Smoke Trail. And we're very close to it with here. So we've got a decent chance to take this. That's an A+ film, though. So we'll see. Best cinematography, Ralph Taylor is nominated. So we're kind of entirely depending on Ralph here. Now, he's won 2 awards in the past, but I don't know whether he'll win this time. He's up against From Jersey again, and then Dewey Gill, a movie called A Boat for Everyone But Lions. Great. Doesn't look like it's that good of a picture. So sorry, Evergreen, you're probably going to lose to one of us. Hopefully we can beat this. From Jersey seems to be the film we're going to have to compete with here. For Best Actor, again, From Jersey, we're going up against Billy Nash. We're familiar with him. It's Harry versus Billy on that. We've got Alice Phillips and Nellie Mueller nominated for Best Actress. And we're up against Elsie Sanders, who's a 7.6 actress. So Alice is going to top her on that, at least. And the film, Can't Wait to Be Yours, is significantly better than Always on the Front Page. So on paper, I feel like Alice should win this, but we've seen that before, twice, where she doesn't because of it. So we'll see. For Best Director, we've got Herman and Paul Tanner somehow. He did get in here. We're going up against Daryl Johnston from Jersey. So again, trying to battle with From Jersey there. And then Best Screenplay, we've got Clyde Harrison and Bernard both nominated, with Maurice Fox for, you guessed it, From Jersey. So From Jersey is basically the film that we are up against in this award show. I have 2 nominations here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here. Only 1 on cinematography and then 2 on best film. So obviously the one to be most worried about is here, but if we can sweep it, we can sweep it. I would like to. I would really like to sweep it. We at least have a chance to sweep it. Okay. And having a chance is better than not having a chance. So, okay. Harry Larson's known for being a bounty hunter now. That's cool. Femme Fatale, you're swapping in different roles here. Okay. Obviously, we're going to attend the award show because we want to see if we win or not. Death Delivery Service. And unsuccessful training for Jose Martinez. Oh. This is so expensive. I've had the RNG today has been horrible. All right, I'm at, I think 7 out of 8 of my 50-50 chances have failed. It's exhausting. It's so exhausting. Okay, dramas. I was just talking about dramas. Gertrude, being an actor in a drama, just 50% drama. I mean, I gotta have this, right? 55% drama on this side. Let's see if we have a film that fits that criteria. This is a 50% drama. Is there any requirements on the protagonist side of things? No. Well, it does have to be a woman. So there is that. So that's a requirement too. So let's take a look at that film again. Let's take a look and see what that is. So the 6th attempt has a working man male character. So that cannot be the one we use for her film. This is 100% drama. Obviously 100%. It's only got one category. So we'd have to write the film. We'd have to write a new one. I'm not opposed to that. This is technically this is a female character. 60% though. So it won't match. Plus there's nudity in it. So I'd have to unlock it in the code. And I just spent a lot of my influence points. So I think we might skip that factory one. We might go ahead and skip that one. We were successful in that RNG at least. That was a 90% chance to succeed. So at least we got something going on there. Let's bring this down. How about there? Let's bring this down to, let's say, there. And there. It's fine. Extend the advertising into Wendy. And that should do it. So now we see about the Pollux. Oh boy. I really want to sweep this. I feel like we're stalled right now. I want progress. The 9th annual Pollux Awards. As always, I'm your host, Harlan Starsurf. Before we get to the awards, let's stop to take in the moment. Savor this brief period when none of you sad saps have lost yet. Too bad it can't last forever. That's a good joke. That's a good award show joke. All right, best actor. Winner is Harry Larson. Okay. Billy didn't steal it from us. That's a good sign. Because he's on the From Jersey film. So it's a good sign. Nominees for best actress. Alice, is this your year? Nellie stole it from you. That bitch. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Congratulations, Nellie. All right. Let's see. Winner for best director. Come on, Herman. Paul Tanner stole it from Herman. At least it wasn't Daryl. So far so good, guys. So far so good. Come on. Nominees for best screenplay. Best screenplay. Come on. Yeah, Bernard. We just need to win best film. That's it. We just need to win best film, and then we're good. Wait, no, cinematography. Oh shit, no, cinematography. Ralph, come on, Ralph. Ralph Taylor. Oh God, that was close. Ugh. So nervous. So much nerves. Best film. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. It's about frickin' time, man. It's about frickin' time. We got it. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again next year. Yes, you will. Oh my gosh. Look, guys. Isn't that the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? Oh, so good. I'm just going to cherish this for a second. Yeah. 1941 Pollux. Took us a bit, but we swept that shit. It's mine. All of our producers. I'm sorry, Alice. We'll get you an award, I swear. Try. Herman, you too, buddy. Oh, yeah. Obviously, I'm paying my taxes. Thank you. Yeah, for doing that. Actors establish themselves in a role. Come on, get to the part. Get to the part where boutique is settled, huh? I want to see it. Tetsuya Igawa. Hey, is it Bandit? Okay, okay. Paul Tanner's good for his romance genres. Okay. Hubert. Yeah, everybody's getting established in things because y'all won things. Boutique. Thank you. All right. Policy window. Is that the third year in a row? It is. We've done it. It's all good. It's done. I cleared the boutique. Hell yes. So done with it. Okay. Additional policy. So we've done these. Additional policy bonuses unlocked. We can now do something else from here, right? Well, we either have Trash King or Behemoth. I mean, only one of them really fits us, okay? Only one really fits. And that is, of course, being a Behemoth. We are huge. We have tons of theaters. But we're going Behemoth, of course. And starting policy bonuses. Actors who work with you will establish themselves in any role they perform in pictures, taking first place in box office receipts for the year. So, like, we do that really well. A film's production budget exceeds $1 million. We're doing that regularly now. When that happens, the number of viewers in the first week of the release will increase by 25%. Now, that's in addition to and stacking with the factory bonus that's going to give us that too. So we could potentially get double the viewers on that if we spend over $1 million on a factory film. That's a big deal. And then next, we have attendance of films with a commercial rating above 9 will fall 25% more slowly. We're not there consistently yet. We need to get that. We need to get the elements, but we're going to get there. So this is the thing that makes the most sense. Going Behemoth makes the most sense here. And so now we just need to have 8 solid actors with a +5 skill on long-term contracts of 3+ years. And then if we do that, we have people with commercial status will be more willing to work with me. Okay. We're also going to get an image workshop, which allows us to change our actors' images. You'll see what that does. It's not really a fashion thing. I'm not placing it there, by the way. I'm not sure what it did just now, but it wouldn't let me do anything else, so I right-clicked. Okay, so Harley Graham, screenwriter. Ooh. His eyes sparkle with enthusiasm. He's been looking forward to this chance to make something of himself in your studio, and he asks for little in return. He wants $2,300 every 30 days. Well, I mean, Harley Graham, he's 19 years old. Hello. Wow. Interesting. I like how this says, this person will not be able to achieve professionalism above 10. Yeah, no shit. I mean, I could hire you, but that's too many writers now. Is it good? I mean, he doesn't like horror movies. He doesn't like adventure, but I could definitely. He has a potential of 10. Yes, hire him for $2,300 a month. That's great. All right, so I already have this because I've already done this, right? I had the long contracts, so that's done. So now we move on to stage 2. We're moving along now, baby. Take all of the top 3 highest grossing film spots at the end of the year. Special post-production contractors will be available. Thing is, I've already done that. I don't know if it's going to count like what happened in the past, so I might have to do it again. But I just did that last year. So That's great. Okay, let's take a look at our writers really quick because we have too many writers. And see, now there is a big, nice red frame around this telling me this. See that? That exists now. Thank you, game, for doing that for me. So now I need to figure out who I'm going to fire. It's probably Joe Hughes. If I'm being honest, it's probably Joe Hughes because he's going to start asking me for an insane amount of money. I just wanted to take him away from Gernstein. What is the penalty here? Department's efficiency is reduced because you have more than 7 screenwriters working for you. Okay. So I can't really do anything about that right now other than letting him go, and I don't want to do that. So at the moment, I'm just going to let him look for stuff. And then when we get the ability to delete someone, to fire someone, might be Hubert Ford. It's probably Joe Hughes. I know he's a better writer because he's got 4 awards, but it's also meaning he's about to ask me for way more money, right? So I want to milk that for everything I can, at least for now. I mean, if I let him go, I can't fire him while he's working on the film. Yeah. Which is weird because he started working on this film before I hired him. So yeah, I can hire him while he's working on it, but I can't fire him. So as soon as this is done, I think in 75 days, it's a long time, but we're not really writing a whole lot right now. And the timers on these aren't going to extend too bad. So we'll let that go. And anything new we do, anything new that we write is going to be very slow. All right. Let's release Wendy. A+ Kino Mark score. Glowing, shining, bright like a diamond Wendy Carpenter. Look at this. Oh, baby. Oh, screw you, Earl. You couldn't have been the one person. You have to have a dissenting opinion. I expected this from Bone Grinder. That's crazy. Dude, she might win. This film might win. She's at 2.0. Which reminds me, we got to unlock that, don't we? We should start that right now, actually, before too much time passes. Yeah, this. We need to get that done. So it says that they've reached their limit and can no longer do development points. Doesn't say anything there. So I need to stop her from being maxed out. Let's unlock her potential a little bit here, yeah? Ambitious Woman is stale. That's fine. It's not the right year for that anyway. All right, Image Workshop. So we want to experimental training. That's what we want to do. Overcome the development ceiling. 50% chance of success. Where is she? Right here. Right. Now, does this just mean that it goes away? Or does it mean that the ceiling lifts? Because that's a lot of money and a lot of time to just lift 1 star. That's insane if it's 240 days for 1 star. An innovative program developed by artists in collaboration with psychologists and anthropologists to help employees break through that imaginary ceiling and exceed their potential. I feel like this is going to only unlock 1 star. That's going to piss me off. Sorry. It is going to piss me off. If that's 240 days for a 50% chance at 1 star, then it's fundamentally impossible to make Wendy Carpenter 10. There's just not enough years left. It's 240 days. There's not enough time left. Even if I hit 50%, even if I consistently hit it 100% of the time, I would still not get her to 10 until she's 45 years old. It'd be 1955. I mean, not if I hit it 100% of the time, but you see what I'm saying? It's going to take too long. 240 days is... It's over half a year. I don't know about that. I think my timeline's a little... My off-the-cuff mental math on that was way off. But either way, it's going to take like 7 years. It's going to be like after World War. So we're going to have to start working on that right now. That's the only way to do it. And then on top of that, I wanted to get Charlie. Yeah, I wanted to get myself there. Let's go find him. I wanted to unlock his potential too. Actors. Employee center. I want to go back and get... Oh, Chucky! Where are you? Yeah, there you are. You're coming with me. And I'm going to put you for... honestly, for 5 years, makes no sense, right? If you're going to be training this person, you don't want time. You want films, right? Because then I can have them training over and over and over again. I can be training them, and they're not on a timer. If I go 5 years, they're going to spend their entire contract being trained, right? So I should go 5 films with him here. So I'm going to accept this, get him in here for films, not years, and then pop him in this place too. Experimental training, and we find right there. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, I should probably do this experimental training with basically everyone. Yeah, everyone who has who's too limited, really, right? Like, I feel like I want Gertrude to get better too. She's at 38 years old though. She's getting up there in years. Maybe it's worth going after younger talent. You know, finding younger talent that we can lift the ceiling of a little bit. Like if I went to the employee center here and go to actors, I bet there's a lot of them now because of the whole like migration from Germany and stuff. So if I go to free, like Dora's 28. It's not too bad. Lazy, conceited. Dolores is 39 already. There's got to be somebody who's like super young and has a chance at being really, really great. You know? And that's what I got to find. I got to find the really young person that has a really great chance at being awesome later on. I love this Jane Patterson art. I'm just saying that she's really beautiful. Rena here. I mean, they're all very good art. It's all very good, but that one at least I paused. I'm just saying I paused. 42 and 37. I don't know. There's got to be somebody here that is ready to be made into the next superstar. And I can now use my new boutique ability to lift them to stages, to heights they never would have been able to get to before. And unfortunately, Wendy Carpenter is starting at a 2.0, which is such a drag. It's such a drag, man. Okay, we could spend this year, honestly, just working on people. You know? We're going to release some movies just to pay for things. But like Tom Stone, right? He's been locked here for so long. Let's get him. Let's have him go through this too, right? Who else? Who's somebody that's really, really good? Nelly. We've been using her for a lot of stuff. Superstar, true artist, etc. Right? Get her in here. Unlock her. I don't need masterclass. I need experimental. Who else can we unlock? I think the 9s are okay. I'm not going to bother with that 1 star. Skill ceiling. That's interesting. He has no skill ceiling is what that means. Yeah. Vivian. You're 40 years old already? I don't know. I don't know about Vivian. Maybe not. I think the men, only because, yeah, like Leslie here, right? We could get hot-tempered Leslie. Clifton. Gosh, you're a superstar, Clifton. You're 37. I know, you're kind of old. When the men go off to war, though, I feel like most of these guys aren't going to go to war anyway. I mean, you're not going to draft a 39-year-old. Right? To the World War. I don't remember my history very well, but the draft was age capped, wasn't it? So I feel like a 40-year-old isn't going to war. Yeah, I don't think that's the case. All right, I'm going to let Gertrude try it. All right, we're going to get a few people in there, see what happens. Harley Osborn just got by Evergreen Movies again. So I need to also have more security forces that are ready to go and do that. Can I get more security officers? Wow, you're cheap. Thanks. Yeah, both of you are hired. I'm going to have to get you guys on protective duty. And then also, do we have any more cinemas? No more cinemas to buy. Still 1090. We have more than everyone else combined by a significant margin. So, guys, I think it's possible that Wendy, the movie Wendy, not just the actress, but the movie Wendy, could win some awards here. I think it's quite possible. Band of Brothers is done. It's capped at 8. It's going to be capped at 9 when it comes out. Thank you for that, Felix. It's a very good movie. We could start making this now. We could. I don't think there's anything stopping me. I'm going to shelve it for now, though. So I want to wait just to let it make sure that it releases after the date. So we're not really going to be making a lot of movies in 1941. Now that we've swept it, we don't need to try super hard on that. We can really focus in and just make as much money as possible. And so that's one of the things I need to do now is just get really high up in the box office. And that's what I'm going to be doing this year. So we're going to find a few select movies that we can do. And the thing is, it's going to be very easy to do this. This is not a difficult challenge. Why? Because we have way more theaters than the rest of our adversaries do. And when the war movie thing starts and we start doing a lot of war pictures, we have more people that can watch our movies instead of our competition. We're going to naturally have higher box office totals because we have more seats. And that's just the way it'll go. So that'll be very easy to do. And then maintain a reputation above 2,000 for a full calendar year is almost impossible for me to fail. I'd have to have some really big critical thing happen. I'm not even entirely sure there's any event in the game that can bring that down enough for that not to fail. So basically at the end of this year, when we have the top 3 movies in the box office, because we have a lot of seats, when that happens, we clear Behemoth 2. In which case, at that point, we end up with trash. I guess we end up with the trash stuff as the next thing that we can do, which is weird. Image Workshop is the last building here. Sculpt the images of your actors to suit your needs. So we can construct that, and I can place that over here. I wanted to put it right here, but it doesn't look like it's going to let me. Oh, right there. Oh, it's a little bit off the road, but if it lets me do it, that's what I want to do. Yeah. And then we'll have the Willis brothers build it. Okay. So that's it for this video. We did it. We swept the Pollux. Super happy. Big old smile on my face. We're making our own technology. Wendy Carpenter's going into training. We got a really great movie called Wendy that's, despite having $1 million of advertising, is still profitable. Somehow, we only had 28% attendance on the first screening. Yeah, we overspent on that one. Take it easy. Love your faces. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.